Yeah, we're live. Let's go.
Awesome. Oh, this is wicked.
We're like vaguely looking.
Oh my God, it's so
Okay.
good to be here. All right. How many of you
Yes.
want to discover the secrets to go from low ticket to high ticket without any of that sleazy, salesy selling? And how many of you want to grow an audience without having to, with high paying clients effortlessly? And how many of you want to 10x your business? Yes. Well, my name is Chris Belanti. For those of you who don't know me, and I'm here with Laura Chattington, and together we are the founders of Offer Accelerator Live. Hello, Laura.
Hey. How you doing?
Now, how are you? This is awesome to be here once again. Now, in this training, you're going to discover how you can have the confidence to move from low ticket to high ticket and why you should do that today. And also how to sell high ticket offers without that horrible sales pressure. And how you can also attract all those high paying clients whilst you are growing your audience. Sounds good, yeah?
Sounds
so basically,
good.
it does sound good. Now, Laura and I, two over 45 female entrepreneurs who've been there, done that. And we don't want to be here talking about all those shiny marketing objects that you see a lot online. We just want to make everything sound really easy as opposed to complicated, because simple fails and complex scales. And our VIP clients offer is at $100,000 today. And we are going to be sharing with you the same strategies that we walk through our VIP clients through. And another thing is that we like to go fast because success loves speed. So if you're ready, let's go. Laura, hello. Why high ticket?
Krista, I was just checking that our streams were streaming, and I actually can't see any of the streaming in any of the places.
No. Okay.
So I don't know whether we are we feel like we're live, but maybe we're not. But we're kind of, maybe you could check it out, and
we are definitely live in our network.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's the main thing. So anyway, bit of yes. Why high?
Yes. So as I was saying, why high ticket, Laura? Why go high ticket?
Yeah, well, you know what? There's always like a sequence of events and experiences that you have. And I remember like years ago, I was working in a corporate job. Anyone who out there watching this who's working in a corporate job and also has a side gig, and you're kind of split between the two. And you know what? I was actually pretty awesome at my job. I think that's why I kind of stayed there for so long. But I was actually helping professionals, communicating and presenting and influencing others and getting them results in their career. So I sort of worked out and designed this system to actually get people promoted. That was kind of what they wanted in the end. That they wanted to communicate, but really they wanted to get promoted. They wanted to get paid more, and I would take them through the system and I would charge them for 10 sessions, and I'd give them all the talk, I'd give them a framework to go in and ask for that promotion. And it was awesome. It was awesome. And I remember there was like this one specific client, and she was earning about the package was about $150,000. And she was in the tech industry, and although that's a lot of money to earn, it wasn't where she was doing her job, if you know what I mean. And she sort of said to me, and I lots of people are like this, Krista, she's like, I just hate asking for more money, but I feel like I'm worth it. It was that kind of, I know I'm worth it, but I hate asking for the money. And I knew she was worth it. I knew the market value of what she was doing was much higher than what she was earning. So I kind of walked her through the system, and she went in and she sort of took the action. And you know what? I think it was I can't remember now, it was a long time ago. It was like 2 or 3 months. It was like 3 months, I think. And she doubled her salary. She jumped 2 steps up and doubled. The package was doubled. And she called me up, and she was like, Chris, she was like, hey, Laura, it's worked. And I was like,
it's worked. I made $300K, like Laura.
I followed followed the system. I asked for the promotion. I did it how you told me to do it. They said yes, right? And I've jumped up 2 grades, and my package, including the pension, is like nearly $300,000.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Thank you. Right. And the impact, right? The impact on her life was like $150,000.
It's crazy.
A year, right? That was
Crazy.
a year. Just
Crazy.
so if you do the maths over, like, if she didn't go any further over a 20-year period, that's like $3 million.
If her wages don't change,
That's if her wages didn't change. Yeah. And also the
Yeah.
results to her personally. She, like, you could see it in her walk. She was like, you know, the status that she felt, it opened doors. You know, she had a higher ranking, it opened doors for her, and she was just excelling. There was no way she was going to stay at that level. But you know, do you know what I charged her for that? Do you know what I charged her for those 10 sessions?
Well, everyone watching this doesn't, that's for sure.
No, I charged her $5,000.
That's crazy.
$5,000. That was my package. I had 10 sessions for $5,000. Now, if you're watching that, whether you're good at maths or not, does that sound like I was kind of undervaluing what I was doing for her? Right?
Too much.
I remember thinking that at the time. I remember thinking, you know, this is worth a lot of money. This system is worth a lot of money. And it wasn't that I felt like resentful in any way. I was like, awesome. Because once you see the value of what you've got, you're just like, awesome. And I started increasing, you know, my fees incrementally. And I sort of got on the path to what we now call in Offer Accelerator, sort of high ticket offer, you know, using a high ticket offer system in your business. And I remember, Carissa, when we met, we kind of, we couldn't have come from 2 different worlds, right? I was like corporate, you're like rock star. There's no corporate people in the rock star industry, although they probably like to be. There's no rock stars in the corporate world, although they think they are. But we're definitely 2 different worlds, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And actually, we realized that there were so many people out there, so many coaches and entrepreneurs out there who were like running their business without the system, like not following the system that really enables them to grow and get to the point in their business they want to be. You know, and it's like that. We call it low ticket. You know, and low ticket is better than no ticket, I guess. But low ticket, you know, when you're like, you're slogging your guts out, you literally can't see the wood from the trees, and
God, I remember those days, Laura.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember? Do you remember when you first? It was for me, like when I was starting out, and I had that low ticket offer, and I thought it was about getting as many people into the coaching business as I could in order to create a certain amount per month. And it was like, oh my God, the frustration, the overwhelm, having that, like thinking that, let's just say a round figure for everyone watching this, say you wanted to make 50K per month. I thought, and I had $1,000 offer, I needed to get 50 people in order to be able to achieve my goal. Can you imagine the overwhelm? Juggling that many people, a million tasks.
I mean, I remember, you know, it's like there's overwhelm when you don't have enough clients, right?
Yeah.
And there's overwhelm when you've got so many. And I can remember,
emotions. I was burnt out.
I remember I used to get home back in the days where we didn't all work at home, and I was and I think the word is trying to coach my clients. I was also holding down a job, and I would literally get home, and I was just so exhausted. I would sit. I had 2 little kids. They're much bigger now, thankfully. I had 2 little kids, and an au pair. I was a single mum and an au
Yes.
pair, and I was trying desperately to build the business of my dreams so I could have that freedom of time, that freedom of
Yes.
money, that
Yes.
security that I could provide my
Yeah.
kids. And I
Yeah.
had this big corporate job, and I used to come home, and before I walked in, because I knew as soon as I went through that door, they'd be like, yeah, blah, 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 you know.
Yes.
And I just done like a 14-hour day or something.
Yeah.
And I used
Yeah.
to just sit outside my door on the opposite side of the
Yeah.
road just for 10 minutes. I used to
Wow.
give myself 10 minutes just to try my heart, you know, it almost brings me to tears thinking about it.
It is.
I
That
was
is heavy.
just so burnt out and just so desperate to find the right path out of it. And you're just down and you're waking up in the middle of the night. And I don't know, I always feel I always feel my pain in my stomach. And I
Yes.
like my stomach, sometimes I wake up in the middle, my stomach would be like growling, like
Yeah. Yeah.
stress. The stress is like
Yeah.
growling
Yeah.
physically inside of me. And it's
Yeah.
just such
Yeah.
a tormented place to be, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
really is. And I know when I met you, you were just like, I mean, I remember you telling me a story, Chrissa, about you just sitting, pretending you were working, right?
Yeah. That was, yeah, to make it look like I'd spent, like, yeah, just because I'd spent so much money and so much stuff, my family would think, oh my God, this is great. And I would stay up at night pretending I was working because I was too embarrassed to say it wasn't working at all because I hadn't found that system. And the emotional toll was so big. It was, and especially I was, you know, having faced adversity, dealing, you know, with all the chemo and stuff like that, and then trying to do something good in the world and not having a system or understanding what to do online or make that shift from low ticket to high ticket. Oh my God, I was dealing with unengaged clients. I was burnt out. They weren't truly invested in what it is that I was trying to teach them. And sometimes I wouldn't even show up, even though I knew that the value was amazing, but they didn't pay enough money to think that it was worth anything. And I thought that I was the problem, Laura, at that time. And for me, going through adversity, I was like, no. And for me, I'd take it really, really personally. And I remember that emotional overwhelm that I felt was something, or even a place I will never ever visit again. Absolutely not. And that decision became so prominent in my mind when you did come along and you showed me this incredible system, moving from low to high ticket, and the power that it gave back to me, the time that it gave back to me was so incredible. I know you have a similar story, or yours happened much earlier than what mine did, but obviously, and then we created Offer Accelerator, but that emotional overwhelmed, the feeling in my guts, and for me, it was in my chest. I couldn't even breathe. I didn't even want to open my eyes in the morning because I thought, oh my God, who's even going to show up now? You know, what am I investing all this energy preparing stuff to teach people, and they're not even showing up? It was I didn't want to go through that again. Never, ever.
I'm actually like I'm just like it's tough. Right? I'm virtually, to think the tears are starting to roll down my face on the video. It's so tough in that place. You're in this sort of the I want to do, I have these aspirations, this is what I want to do, but the reality can be, when you're in that place, can be something completely different, right?
Yeah. Well, it can be different for both. Sorry to cut you off, Laura, but whatever the circumstances are, the feelings are quite mutual. Mine is that I wanted all that time I wanted all my time back. For me, time was really important. You know, I had to go through certain stuff, and family time was really important to me. So I wanted my time back. Why was I wanting to nurture so many people when I didn't even have time for myself? I mean, that was just crazy. So I understand.
Yeah. No, it's there's a whole load, you know, as you were saying, you know, you want your time back. People aren't showing up. People aren't committed. You're running around. I was running around London trying to make everything work. Trying to deliver the best I could and not feeling like I was delivering the value for the people that I was working with. And it's kind of, and then you find out that there is another way, right? And it's like light bulb.
Light bulb. It was like Laura with a halo around her head.
I remember thinking, thank God this makes so much sense. It makes so much sense. It's so logical. It makes sense. And, if you just did the maths, right? And I know you were talking like you were talking about 50,000 a month back then. I was just trying to do 100K in a year, right? I was trying to be able to cover my rent, my salary, my kids, whatever, Now, back then I had like I had a 5,000 offer, but I also had I was sort of focusing on stuff like $500 offers, right? To try, I was thinking, if I can get lots of people doing this, then I'm going to reach my goals. But when you actually do the maths, like basic maths, it's like if you've got a $500 product or service, you've got to sell and service 200 people in that year. If that was to do $100,000, right?
That's right.
200 people. I mean, if you had lots of clients or any clients, times that to 200, and that's like meltdown, isn't it?
Yeah, meltdown. Right? Burnt out, Laura. That's what you saved me from. It was total burnout. Total burnout. That's what it was like. Why am I servicing so many people who aren't even showing up? Who aren't even invested?
But when you have, when you and then you see the lights, the high ticket offer light, and when you have a high ticket, let's say it's like a 10K high ticket. We're going to talk more about that. But generally, what a high ticket offer it's normally between 10K and 100K, right? Some people do it more than that, but it's between like 10K and 100K. So if you did a 10K high ticket offer, you'd actually just need 10 to reach that income level, right? And I'm going to talk a bit about what other amazing things it does when you have a high ticket offer, but you just need 10. So not 200, but 10 people. That's less than one a month, right? And and we've spoken about the result, getting people that result, that client that went in and got that promotion and continue, friend for life, right? Friend for life. The result, the change, the shifts you can get people, and there are sort of so many amazing layers of high ticket offers. There's like and I think you mentioned it, Carissa, like the when you have a high ticket offer, it really reflects then the value that you can help people with, right? Absolutely. It really reflects that, because we're not selling ping pong balls, are we? We're not. No, exactly. Right? No. It reflects how much time you've invested in what how much money, how many courses, how many books, how many videos, how many coaches have you hired, how many mentors have you had, how many life years experience have you had, all to give you the shortcuts to get the result of what you're putting in your offer, right? And people don't want to spend all the blood, sweat and tears. They just want that result. So if you can give them a shortcut, they're going to pay you thousands for that shortcut. You're going to save them years of their life, hours of their day, because you can just take them straight there, right? They don't have to spend the time and the money and the resources. No. And that price really reflects that value. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. And you don't feel scattered or like you were or overworked before, because you're spending incredible, valuable time with a certain select few clients that are paying you high ticket in order to get from A to B in the quickest amount of time possible. Because time is so, so valuable, and the people are willing to pay to get back that time or get to that end result so much quicker, because what we like to say, or was it Russell Brunson says, people who pay attention.
And I think the other thing, and you kind of said it there, is that what another thing I absolutely love about once you sort of make this shift in your business, one of the things that enables you to do is really serve your clients like you never imagined, right? There is no comparison between helping 10 people to get to a result and trying to deal with 200 people, no matter how many VAs you've got, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like how, and not only can you deliver a much more, an incredible experience for them and get them where they want to get, you can devote more time to them. You can focus on, you can hire experts in for other pieces that they need, that was going to give them that shift. And it accelerates its, success like speed. It accelerates everything so much faster. If I could go back and give myself, I seem to be saying this a lot recently, I must be getting to a big life age goal, hint. But if I could go back, and not that we regret, but if I could go back and give myself this advice to be around the right people, to go high ticket, if I could say that to myself 20 years ago, things just, I spent 10 years buying all the books and the courses to try and work it out on my own, right? And
no.
So charging high prices just enables you to give this fabulous experience to people, and there's so many different ways. We're going to talk a little bit about that too. And you said it, Chris, repeatedly, so it obviously happened a lot for you. But the other thing, I don't know if I was as tolerant as you, but the other thing was clients show up.
I know.
Clients show up.
And worthy clients show up that are worthy. You have a great fit, because at the end of the day, if you're charging a high ticket, you get to select who you want to work with. You don't have to take everybody on.
Yeah, they pay attention, right? They're committed. They show up for your training. They show up for your class. They're excited. They're grateful. They're going to level up themselves like never before. And it's just a fabulous, and I think that's why we went into business, wasn't it? That's why we became who we are. That's why we set up our business, to help these people. And then obviously another reason why we sort of said this at the beginning is you just get there faster, income goals faster.
That was really why we really connected, Laura, because time was a big factor for both of us.
Yes,
as well as our financial goals. For different reasons, but the financial goals were there. Time, like I look back now and think, why would anybody want to go slow? Why would you want to go slow when you can have that result so much faster? I don't understand it. Everybody has. I mean, what do you think, Laura? Better.
I think there's human nature, and we could talk, but we're not here to talk about human nature and procrastination and things like that, and fear, and and we're going to touch on it a bit. But I think that stuff gets in your way. And the momentum and the speed kind of obliterates all of that, because you're going so fast, right? And I think so. And then you start reaching these income goals, and then everything opens up for you, right? Your belief just goes sky high, and everything opens up for you. And I think the last thing I would say about like the reasons to go high ticket, which is a bit of an unsaid thing and maybe less obvious, is that and you'll know if you're watching this and you've invested in a high ticket offer of some kind already, and I know you have, Chrissa, I obviously have too. You know that when you actually, almost the gold in all of this is that the transformation is in the transaction.
Absolutely, yeah.
When you commit to that high ticket offer, when you commit yourself, your time, your resources, your mind, your emotions, everything, that's when the transformation starts. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if you've had any experience investing in it, I remember the first one I invested, the first one I invested in, I think I was like, I don't think I slept before I did it. You know, when your brain's like, your emotions are like, I want to invest in that. And your brains go, think logically. And you're sort of like, sleep, waking up in the morning going, am I not, I remember sort of for 3 days, like trying to move everything around. And then when I did it, all I felt was relief. Like there was like this conflict inside of me. Like, should I do it?
It's resistance, really. It's that resistance that you're constantly playing with. And once you actually make the decision to start, to move forward, to reach that goal that you desire so much quicker, it is an absolute relief. And then the overwhelm, whereas it's the whole journey can be overwhelming, but it's what I decided, the good overwhelm. A satisfactory overwhelm, because you're in the same room with someone. You're in the same room with someone who's done it before, and that fear disappears. That disappears.
So we like to say, high ticket offer creation is value creation for you, for your clients, for everyone around, for your family, for everyone around you. And a high ticket offer creation is wealth creation, because time is so valuable for you, Chris, and for everyone watching this. Now, I want to, talking about sort of like where you put your thinking and your brain, I wanted to show you something that is actually going to change the way that how you see your value and how you see the value of the offers. Because people might be watching this going, yeah, it's okay for you two to say, but I don't feel like I can charge high ticket, or I don't know how to charge high ticket, and all of that. And we're going to go into some of that as well. But I wanted to show you something that someone called Myron Golden, whose name came up a lot the other day, showed us, right? And it's called the 4 levels of value. And this is going to change the way how you perceive the value, your value as a coach or a consultant or as an entrepreneur, whatever you call yourself, and where you actually put your time, and actually how and how you're thinking high ticket offers, how to think about high ticket offers. Now, I feel like that was going to collapse. So 4 levels of value. Like, what are the 4 levels of value? Well, it shows how society. I'm actually gonna.
Laura, come closer to the microphone because I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hold on. Is that better?
Yep.
Better. That should be better. Yeah, that's okay.
Yep. Cool.
So 4 levels of value. Now I always draw 3, 4, 5. It's a bit random, but there should be 4, and it will work out in the end, I promise. So the 4 levels of value are how society determines what kind of work is valuable, right? And key here for everybody is it's not about working harder, it's about working higher. It's not about working harder. That's a test, Chrissa. Yeah. And you're going to see why in a sec. So the first level of value is called implementation. And this is where people are like using their hands for earning money, right? So that's like painters, assistants, maybe they're like plumbers or electricians or security people, or maybe they're people that do your nails, or secretaries or assistants, that sort of people. Now, it's not that what they're doing is unnecessary in any way, right? We hugely appreciate all of these people. They are conditioned to think that the harder you work, the better you're going to live, right? And if not now, then definitely in 10 years, I'm gonna be good if I keep working harder. And it's anyone who's watching this, and Chrissa, the question for you too. Did you come from a family where they were like, work hard at school, work hard at uni, work hard at work hard at life. If you work hard, you're going to live your dream. Did they tell you that?
Yes.
And even though these people work hard, they're actually making quite, the limit of what they can make is actually about $80,000.
Yeah.
Max. Okay. And that's what they're thinking. Now, the second level of value is called unification. Unification.
Mm-hmm.
See in there somewhere. And these are the people who are managing, they're managing other people. They're coaching lots of people. They're producing products or managing groups of people. And they are perceived by society as more valuable because they're kind of like, they're the team leaders, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know about you, Chris. Maybe I'm not sure you do in the being a rock star, but certainly where I come from,
I managed a band of 5 men touring the world.
So you'll know what I mean when I
Exactly.
say, who agrees here? If you're watching this, who agrees managing people is actually really hard.
Yes.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
Right. And the unification, I always used to think I could deliver this project if I could just take the humans out. It'd be really quick. No,
you're on fire today.
People at the unification, Chris is laughing at my jokes, which is good. It's good. This is why I do it, so that someone laughs at my jokes. So people at the unification level, they are led to believe that the more formal education then is like the key to a successful career, right? Yeah. So they get busy doing degrees, certifications, MBAs, all these sort of stripes. I've just got to go and get this other certification course. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And they're like, that's what they think is going to give, open up their career for them. Yeah. But who here knows, like, people who are much more successful, maybe they don't even have any qualifications, right?
Absolutely.
People go further. Yeah. Unification, so it doesn't quite make sense, does it? Yeah. But spending time at this unification level is like, there's a cap. Yeah. 250,000. Yeah. Right? And most coaches, when you look at what you do in your week, most coaches and business owners are spending their life at implementation, doing the stuff, right? Or unification, managing the people, managing the suppliers, managing stuff, right? They're working at that level, at that level in the levels of value. What you want to be doing is tapping into level 3, okay? And that is called, drum roll, please, drum roll.
Communication.
You let it act. Communication.
Linking up the nation.
You knew that before, didn't you, Carissa? So, and this is like so powerful because people are using their mouths to create success in their business, right? They've learned how to communicate, create conversations, pitch to other people, how to talk about themselves and what they offer effectively, sell their offers at that high level, at that high ticket, simply by using communication. And that's why you see like coaches and entrepreneurs who are like presenting and speaking at events, running seminars, and like they're leveraging their businesses so that they can communicate the value of their high ticket stuff more effectively, because communication is perceived by our society as very valuable, right? And if you think it's the same in working places, people who are communicating effectively, they're selling more offers, they're getting further in their careers. And businesses at this level, business owners at this level are earning, up to 100 million.
Yeah, wow.
Is 100 million okay for you, Carissa?
Yeah, I'll be happy in the millions. That's okay.
You're just good with like 50, huh? So people at this level are earning up to $100 million. Sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Now, the fourth level of communication is called fourth level of value even is called, don't let it out, Chris, imagination.
Imagination.
I love this level. This is where the billionaires are operating at 24/7. You know, it's the CEOs, the business owners, the ideas people like Steve Jobs. They spent their lifetime thinking up ideas. And actually, this is where you, coaches, entrepreneurs, are coming up with ideas for your high ticket offers, right? When you come up with ideas that what your clients and you know the results they want and how to package up those high ticket offers, and you're imagining that experience for your clients, that is just awesome, right? And then you're communicating it, and then you're creating so much value for your business. You're imagining a new world, services, solutions, new offers for your clients. And these entrepreneurs, they seem to work less, right? They work less, but they make more money. They have more time. They attract better clients, and they spend, you know, they're building wealth for themselves and for their family. They're not what we call slow coaches, like most coaches doing that normal thing, you know, that normal business building strategy. They're operating at the communication and imagination levels, and they're pro coaches.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be working harder, you want to be working higher.
Yeah.
Right? And all those marketing, you know, I see them on the internet all the time, and I know you have to, you know, all those marketing bros selling you all those marketing, you know, it's just all playing into harder work. You know, that is not you. You are a pro coach, and you're not going to work harder. You're going to work higher.
Yeah.
You're going to work hard, right? Does that make sense, Carissa?
Yeah. Well, actually, and I'd like to say that the 4 levels of value is basically a framework of what it is that we're able to achieve. Like I remember when we first got together, Laura, and you came in. I want to talk really realistic figures here. When we first got together, and I was in a position like, oh my God, am I ever going to be able to make that kind of money? And you came in. For me, when we first started working together, in under 3 months, in under 3 months, I was able to bring in $70,000.
Yeah.
That for me was incredible.
Yeah.
You know, working at that communication level for me, you know, that incredible level of using my mouth for that reason, bringing in that income for me, that was just going from that slow coach to pro coach on using this incredible system.
Yeah. And it wasn't, you know, we didn't, it wasn't about changing what you did, how you did it. You were still the same person. You still had the same experience. It was just how we imagined, how we packaged up the high ticket offers, and then how we communicated it. And it's in a value that everybody wins. Everyone gets value from it. And it's like following a high ticket offer system. You know, the system has sold millions of dollars worth of stuff. It, you know, it's not something that's not tested. It's stuff that's been, you know, making millions of dollars of stuff. And as long as you model it in your own way and apply it to your business, then you're going to follow. You know, it's about finding those people who've already done what you want to do and modeling that, right?
And so modeling that.
So it's so easy to, it's easy to come in. When we met, and you were like doing all of the things we've been talking about,
everything and more,
and you know, and just pivoting that, and you were like doing, you know, $70,000, right? And then that becomes normal,
and then it became normal.
Like,
and then it became normal.
And you know how we were talking about that transformation in the transaction? I was talking about it for your customers.
Making that shift in my head. And I'm not going to say there was no resistance in the beginning, but I did make that shift, you know. I mean, how many of you want a system that helps sell high ticket offers? Basically what we do.
Yeah.
And who here wants the system that is going to enable you to be able to 10x your business? Give me away. You know, it's like Laura, another thing I want to talk about, you know, I want to walk through a system that changed everything for me. Because when you walked into my life, I was like flatline to an actual business that is alive. You know, do you know what I mean? Do you remember that?
I do. I do. And I do. And we're giggling like little schoolgirls.
We weren't giggling then.
Well, I was going to say, it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny then. And it's not funny for lots of people. You know, it really isn't. And we've both been there. And, you know, insensitive for us to be giggling. But we're sort of, you were in a place where you had so much coming at you.
Yeah.
And you were doing like the thing that lots of people do, which you're trying to take action. You're trying to take action by taking action. But actually, because you're trying to sort of doing that on your own, and yes, there are, you know, and I think this is, if I sling rocks at anybody, I'd be slinging them at the culture of marketing, right? Just the messaging and the marketing, and they're all like, you've got to have this, it's gonna but actually it becomes so confusing that you become, you know, you can't take that, you don't have any clarity. And slow coaches, slow entrepreneurs, they, you know, you were, but you know that they're working 24/7. They're then coming home or spending time in their office or wherever they are, away from their family at the weekends when they should be hanging out with their kids, right? Or their partners or their friends or their family. And you know, that overwhelm of how to really scale your business is actually you need a system, a proven system that works, and it's a simplified system that gets you high ticket clients, you know, the 10 in the you know, in the, whatever the time frame is, the 10 in the time frame, high ticket clients in predictable ways, so that you can scale your income and serve those people at the highest level, right? It's about becoming a pro coach.
And I don't think, I know we say, you know, we can laugh about it now. Well, we can laugh about it now. I remember being in such a dire place, you know, having, for me, I can laugh about with life now, you know, having, you know, I mean, chemo, everything to me is special. Every day is special. And going from that slow coach to pro coach, making that transition and working at a much higher level and knowing what my services can do and provide the value for the clients that I chose to come in and work with us. I mean, it's been an absolute game changer. Like it's
a game changer. Sure.
It's a game
That's
changer.
it, isn't it? It's literally a game changer. So what is the system? So step one, right? Step one, what do you actually need
for the high ticket offer? For the high ticket offer,
for your marketing, right? For the high ticket offer system, step one is a high ticket offer, right? You need a high ticket offer that is irresistible to the people, to your market, to your potential clients. It's going to convert premium clients predictably, that is going to enable you to easily scale your business really fast. So you don't have hundreds of clients, you can, you know, service those clients at a much higher level. And we're going to be talking more about that. So and that's the step one, and it needs to be dialed into the market. That's really important. It needs to come from the place of what the market wants. And you know, modeling what's working already is a smart thing to do when you're you're starting or building your first high ticket offer, or your next high ticket offer, actually any high ticket offer, right? So that's step one, high ticket offer. Step two is then you've got your offer. Then the next thing you've got to do is you have to communicate your offer. And what you need is a way to do that authentically. I think people who are watching this, who are in our world, Krista, you know, it's likely you're going to be mature. You're not in your 20s or your 30s. You're probably over 40. You're probably female. Maybe you're not. But you want to be doing business that feels right. You're not a rookie being told what to do. You want to do it in a way that feels right. Now, have you, and I think this comes down to that feeling thing. Have you ever been pitched by somebody where you just feel that slime? I want to say slime coming out of your mouth, but you know, that sleazy, salesy, or just like, oh, get away from me, right? It's just, ugh. Have you ever had that?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah. Now, worse, I think this is worse. Have you ever, like, been that person, pitched like that to someone else, where you're just trying to get your pitch out, your sales out? I'm just going to tell you my offer because someone told me I had to tell you my offer so I can close the sale or something like that. You know, have you ever done that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now imagine having a highly influential and simplified process pitch system, I guess, that is non-sleazy, easy and simple and engaging. That it's like it's just like inviting your friends over for dinner or to hang out or for a party. You know, it's like, come on, hang out. Is that kind of energy?
Yes. Yeah.
It's not that super sleazy stuff. So that so that's step 2. So, sounds better, right? Once again, simple steps that change everything. You know, it's like massive.
Well, it's a conversation that you both resonate with about something that you really want to do or achieve. Yeah. Between two people. Yeah.
So then step 3 is having the systems to scale, right? So a simplified system to sell and scale, so that you have your elegant high ticket offer. You have, you know, that gives you the lever to 10x your business or whatever that X is for you. And you can pitch it and then scale it using the right sequence of strategies and marketing that works for you and your business. And ultimately it gets to all those, you know, it gets your income goals faster. You can serve more clients at a higher level. And then, and that's it. And that's all you need, right? An offer, the ability to communicate it authentically, and a system, a simplified system that you can scale so that you can find premium clients.
That's it. That's it. And I must say, Laura, in the beginning, back in the old days, when we first started this, it was simplicity. It was the simplicity that I assisted to. And I feel that working with so many clients, that one of the biggest factors is that they find it's the simplicity that actually holds them back, because we are trained or believe that it has to be complicated in order for it to be good. And that couldn't be a bigger lie.
That's my doorbell.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool.
That's okay. Just in case you're wondering why I'm responding like that.
I thought someone was just saying, amen, hallelujah to my
No, that's just my doorbell. I have those things that you plug in so you can hear it in a different place, and I didn't turn it off. So yes, I've like lost my concentration. Simplicity.
That's all good, simplicity.
Because, and actually, as a you know, so my background is actually tech, and I think humans try to overcomplicate things because they think it makes them sound smarter, right? They certainly do that in the corporate world. And actually, simplicity means that you can scale it. You can go faster. Simple, you know, simple scales and complex fails, right? Everything goes faster. And I think once you get that, you know, once you've got this high ticket offer system, right, you've got to decide, like, that's it. That's all it is. And when we met, you know, I was just like, get rid of all that stuff. Get rid of all that stuff.
What? No. No.
And then you've got to make a decision. Right, you've got to make a decision. Slow coaches, when they're deciding to create high ticket offers, scale their businesses, make things, you know, go differently in their life, they you know, they have the system, they have the, you know, they have the experience, they have all the stuff in front of them. But for some reason, and we've seen it, Chrissa, and maybe they don't, you know, they don't have maybe such adversity as what you faced. And I know I've heard people say that before. So for some reason, they don't take the action.
Mm.
Right? And I think it's because they're afraid of failing.
Afraid of failing. That's it.
Human nature, isn't it? And self-doubt gets in your, leave a human on their own in a room for like 3 days, and all that self-doubt comes in, right? And that overwhelm. And most people really want to create a a highly profitable business. I don't think I've met an entrepreneur who hasn't, but they just feel like they can't take the right action. And the reason why is that they never decided. That's like, first, that's like get in the room, decide. They never decided for themselves that they really wanted to be free in their life. Like, decide. And then you like focus on where you're going, and you don't get to the destination.
Well, if you don't know where you're heading, how are you going to know how to get there?
Exactly. It's like, and without deciding, it's like unlikely. It's like trying to get from, I'm going to give a European reference here. It's like trying to get from driving from London to Milan, right? You kind of know the way, but you haven't been given the system that's going to get you there faster. You haven't been given the Apple, the Google map that gets you there faster. Now, pro coaches make a decision. Pro coaches are deciding on their destination to get where they want to get to, right? They decide. And if you're going to do this, if you're going to, go with the high ticket offer system, you've got to decide. Right? Whatever it takes. How many of you decide to create real value for the people, for your clients, high ticket value, right? Wealth in your business. And what are you deciding? You're deciding to commit to your destination, deciding to be the version of you that you really want to be, right?
And you got to go all in.
And you got to go all in, right?
Go all in.
Because if it was, if you could just sort of do a little, little toe in and do a little bit, and everyone's going to run to you and say, hey, I'm going to give you some money for that. Amazing. So everybody would be doing it, right? So you've got to go all in. You've got to have the courage to commit. And as one of our mentors says, procrastination is the assassination of your destination. And we like to say, what got you here isn't going to get you there. So you've got to take the first step and decide. Now, is it okay if you're watching this, whether you're watching it live or the replay, is it okay if we do something really cool? Because I think this helps make that decision. And Chrissy, you're going to play along with me.
Okay.
And if you're watching this, do this too, okay? We're going to make some decisions. We're going to create some freedom, right? We're going to create some freedom. We're going to compress some time for you. Now, have you ever written a business plan? Have you written a business plan, Krista? Have you?
Yes. Well, I did all my dad's tenders, and I was going to say
you probably have
so I know
have like 100 courses on writing a business plan.
No, we were brought up in the building. We were brought up knowing how to write tenders in our family. We're builders, so we just knew.
Someone asked me the other day, you got a business plan? Did you write a business plan? Or do you write a business plan? And I was like, I have like the high ticket offer version of the business plan, like the simplified version. And this is what I okay.
Go.
I'm going to ask everyone watching this to do this as we go along. So the first thing is there's my doorbell again.
Someone really needs to see you.
They're going to have to wait. I know who it is, and they're just going to have to wait. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is put a cross in the middle of your paper, okay?
And anyone watching this, really do this exercise, because it's actually, you'll have an aha. I promise you'll have an aha moment after this.
It's like, it just makes a shift, doesn't it? So we were talking about it earlier. So in the first box, let's put your income target, and let's just say it's hundreds of dollars. Okay. We're not going to say whatever the time frame is for you, doesn't matter, right? $100,000. Now in the second box, actually, I'm going to put $100,000 in. You put in what your target is, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
let's just
it's a
keep it
monthly
easy figures, so it's easy math. Yeah,
that is quite easy math, but I don't want to put things on other people. So in the first box is what is your income? So let's say it's your monthly income target, right? Whatever that is, 10K, 25K, okay? And in the second box, I want you to think about what are some of the attributes that the clients you want to attract have. So what are some of the attributes? Now, we're sort of doing this right now. So, like, what are some of the attributes, Carissa, that you?
Well, first for me, I need clients that are easy to work with. You know, that are coachable. For me, it's very important that my client is coachable. Yeah.
Yeah. Like for me, I absolutely, if you work with me, to take action.
Yeah.
They have to be very action oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else? What other sort of things?
Attributes. Good payers. They pay on time.
Pay on time. Yeah. Anything else?
And fun, because it's a great journey that we're going to have together. So
fun. Fun is such we forget about fun, and actually,
we do. Yeah,
it'd be amazing to have like a handful of high ticket clients where you just had fun with, like they're like buddies almost, right?
Yes.
Like my first, like one of my first, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
We still see each other. Fun.
Yeah.
So they pay on time. They're fun. They're action oriented. They're easily coachable. They're coachable.
Yeah.
So we've all had those clients who are like, yeah, they take all that stuff and they're like, I know how to do this better than you, although I've paid you, and I'm going to go off and ask ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Anything else? And people can be writing down their own stuff, right?
Yeah.
There may be things like, I'm trying to think of a fifth one, but I'm like, what else do they pay on time, they're action oriented. I think also for me, it's open-minded. Right?
Yeah.
Because we put our own restrictions on our mind. So just the willingness to be open-minded. Yeah. So that's
that's good you said that, Laura, because we find with our clients, and I do with all the mindset stuff, people do face resistance, and being open-minded is really, really important. Absolutely. Yeah.
So you might have, if you're doing this yourself, you might have other things. These are just kind of what me and Krista comes up. There could be other things, right?
Yeah.
So you've got your monthly income target. You've got the attributes you want for your high ticket clients. In this box, I want you to put in the value of your high ticket offer. So what is that? Whether you have it now, whether it's something you want, what is the next value of your high ticket offer? I'm going to put in 10,000. Let's just. Okay. So the value of your high ticket offer, not the value of what you're selling now, but what is the value of your high ticket offer? And then this is where the business plan thing comes in. Right? How many clients do you need to reach your monthly income target at your high ticket offer?
Yeah.
Right. How many clients? And
this for me was the biggest aha. You know, so like, oh my God, remember that Laura was like, oh my God, so I just want $10,000 a month. And back then I had a $10,000 offer. It was one person. It was like, what? That's it.
It's like one person, right? Yeah. It's obvious and logical, but it's like one person. I said, right.
How did I ever complicate it? This is the thing, Laura. How did I ever complicate it? so much back then. Yeah, it's crazy.
So let's say your income target was 10,000 a month. In the pre-high ticket offer system, it was, I don't know what you were selling it at, but what I don't know, maybe that was 20 a month, like you're doing 5. It used to be 20 and now it's just 1.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just frees you up, right?
It's
just frees you up.
Frees you up.
So that's a business plan that's worth writing down. And if you're watching us, do that. And I think, you know, we've gone through the system, we've gone through the business plan, gone through a lot, haven't we, Chris, already?
Yes, we have gone through a lot. And God, if anyone who's watching this now or on the replay, like we talk about, even when we say the word business plan, we're thinking, oh my God, we need a 100-page business plan. This is just a grid that shows you exactly how to get from A to B, you know, using such a simplified plan just to make that shift in your brain. Like, I love the business plan exercise. Don't you, Laura? It's just crazy.
Yeah. Although I've rubbed it off, but yeah, it's like freedom. It's mental, emotional freedom. Yes. Now you might be asking, you know, as I said, we've been through the high ticket offer system. We've shown you what it means. We've talked about some of the experiences we have. We're going to be talking more about some of the challenges that, you know, entrepreneurs face and coaches face sort of in a little while, and just talking about some of that resistance we were talking about, and kind of how to get past that in everything in business and in high ticket offers. Now, but a lot of you might be asking, watching this, like, you know, what's next from you? What's next from us, Carissa? What's next?
What's next? Oh my God, tell us.
Yeah.
Tell us.
And if it's okay with you, I just wanted to share a little bit about how we serve people, right? And this is our invitation to those of you who are watching to come to our next high ticket offer party. We're going to call it a party because it's fun, right?
I love this.
And it's not going to be for everybody, but it might be perfect for some of you. Okay. Now, I want you to grab a pen and a piece of paper because we're going to write stuff down. Okay. It's called the Offer Accelerator 3-day workshop. And that 3 days is super important, right? Because in one workshop, you're going to have all the elements, right? You're going to have the irresistible high ticket offer. You're going to have the authentic sales pitch. You're going to have the right strategies for you to be able to scale your business in a way that works for you in sequence, so that you can grow an audience of high paying clients effortlessly and simplify your way to like 3x, 5x, 10x, whatever that is. And if, you know, write down or type in the comments below like 10x, because, you know, if that sounds like the type of thing that would be cool to have in your business, that'd be helpful.
Well, it's like what we've done with so many other, absolutely. What we've done with so many of our clients, what happened with me,
we've done it for so many people before, because it's about the system that is important, right? So what are we going to do? So number one is we're going to help you design and create an irresistible high ticket offer. We're going to build it with you, right, in the mastermind. And we're going to identify and like hone your ideal clients so that, you know, using latest AI technology, you know exactly what they desire, what are their pain points, what are their challenges. And what that means is you can create an offer that will resonate. You know, we're not just doing it for tech's sake or anything like that, but what it means is we create an offer that resonates with them so much that they literally, you know, they can't turn away, because it's like ringing all the bells, it's ringing the doorbells in their minds, and they can't turn away. You're going to get our AI bonuses. Sorry, our AI prompts.
And what I want to add there, Laura, what's so important about that is because these prompts are so important. It's not anything generalized that you're getting on the market. When you go just to your chat GPT, this is very specific to your market and what is converting in your market.
So it's using the latest AI technology, and you're going to be, we're giving you the fast track, right? It's not using, everyone shoves loads of stuff in chat, as you say, Carissa, and you shove stuff in, you get rubbish out kind of thing. It's using very specific, and you don't have to be technical to use this, right? You don't have to be technical to do any of this, but it gives you the fast track on what your perfect ideal client wants, and you can like model what your competitors are using and sort of ethically model, should I say. And what it means is you can iterate your offer really much faster and get it in front of people. And I cannot express like emotionally how much time it saves, but I used to have like teams of people that take months doing this kind of stuff. It saves you like weeks, months, years. It's so fast. It gives you such an advantage in your business. And I know some people are in and some people are out with AI, but actually all I know is that in the space of like 2 years, if you're not using AI, you're just going to be going to be so far behind. I personally believe that you're not going to be able to be doing business. So you're actually going to get that straight away. You're going to be able to start immediately and look at the offers in the market. We're also going to give you our high ticket offer Bible. Our high ticket offer Bible, which is basic. What it is, we've done. It gives you a whole stack of high ticket offers that are already converting, and you can model them again and again and again. And what it means, the outcome of that is that you build your offers really fast, right? It's easy, it's fun, it's easy, and it's fast. And then what we're going to do in the workshop is we're going to give you live feedback on your offers, right? We're going to go through the offer with you. Chris and I are going to be able to tweak things and really help you dial in that offer so that it really is compelling for the market. It's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun. How many of you know that value of having that feedback is so valuable because it means you can take action? Right?
Yeah.
And would it be okay if we're like polite and direct?
Yeah.
We're polite and we're direct. I'm more direct than Chrissa, but we're polite and we're direct, right? Would that save you time?
Absolutely.
Because then what you have is you have this huge, valuable asset, your irresistible high ticket offer. And what you also have in the process in just 3 days is you have the skill, you have the high ticket offer skill, which is, that just basically sets you free for the rest of your life, right? As an entrepreneur. So you're going to have the high ticket, the prompts, the Bible, and that skill set you're going to have that's going to be with you forever and ever and ever. Next, we're going to give you the $1 million non-salesy scripts. And this means you can authentically pitch your offer, and you're going to like walk out of this 3-day workshop with the feedback. We're going to give you feedback. You're going to practice your pitch, you're going to practice your offer. We're going to tweak it and make it even better. And you're just going to feel really comfortable about doing it, right? That none of that sort of sleazy, selling, salesy, schmucky stuff that we all hate. You don't ever have to do that ever again. It's just like an invitation to your buddy to come over for dinner or have a party or hang out. It's just like like that, right? It's just casual.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the $1 million sales script. We're going to run it through it with you, so you are like ready to go out of the gates. After that, unstoppable confidence program. So that you go into every pitch, every presentation, every client meeting with unstoppable confidence, so that you're presenting your high ticket offers just with that authentic energy and ease. It's just easy. And it persuades people to invest in your offers. And it, you know, it's really about owning the room and owning your offer. Can you hear the drilling in the background?
Yes. Yeah.
Good timing. So that's who's at the door, right?
Yes.
Now they're drilling their way into my house because I won't open the door. So step 3, we digress. Step 3 is sell and scale.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to show you the sequence to sell and scale your offer as soon as we finish the workshop. You're going to walk away with, your plan, your sequence to sell and scale your offer so that you can 5x, 10x your business. You're going to walk away with that personalized plan so that you can implement immediately, straight out of the gates. Once you have finished, we're very action oriented, aren't we, Carissa? We're just like, this isn't theory. We're gonna walk you through and go through the system with you, and you're going to walk out and be able to start implementing immediately.
Immediately,
so you're going to get everything you need: examples, templates, strategies, scripts, invitation sequences, how to find, how to build relationships, how to connect with people, what marketing strategies you're going to use, whatever that is that works for you and your business. You're just going to have it down. There's a million different things that are flying at you all the time, but you're going to have the plan, the sequence for you and your high ticket offer system. Right? So that you can get clients in a predictable way. And everything you need to take action so that you can sell and scale your offer the fastest in you, so that there is no resistance. Carissa, you were talking about it. There's no resistance holding you back, and you get that quantum leap in your business.
Absolutely.
So this is like simple 3 steps, get you the results fastest. And we've seen so many people we've worked with, just get that jump, make that leap. But is it okay if I just add a few more things in?
Might as well, Laura. You might catching me off guard here, but you might as well.
Well, we just want to over deliver, right? We want to over deliver. We want to make it easier. We want to make it faster, and we care about you getting results. That's all we care about. So we want to help you implement and take action. So after the 3 days, and starting immediately, we're actually going to give you another bonus, which is 90 days of our accelerator club. Okay. And that is where you could join us every single week to get your questions answered. And, it's about keeping momentum. It's about having full thrust, everything going all of the time without sort of going off and losing that such important momentum. So we're going to be there for you. You can come in, you can ask us any questions, and we're going to be there every step of the way. Now, what else? There's just a couple more things, Carissa. So 90 days of the Accelerator Club. We're also going to give you 90 days of our outsourced outreach. 90 days of our outsourced.
And what we're saying there basically is filling up your diary for you.
So it's about booking your calendar with strategic partners, because that is such a valuable thing, or perhaps it's potential clients. So it's building that momentum and filling your diary and getting the ball rolling. Again, it's like out of the gates, action taking, and putting the systems in place as soon as you leave the mastermind. Because you're going to have everything you need to set up this high ticket offer system so that you can get predictable clients and grow your audience and build relationships straight out of the gate. Now, have I got everything? So the workshop is going to work. It's going to run over 3 days. It's a live workshop with real humans. We're going to be there. I'm not joking. We are going to be there. No. So it's 3 days online. And by the end of the 3 days, it's just going to be done, right?
Yeah.
It's just all going to be done. 3 days. 3 days. And all that time, when I think about the time that you spent, Krista,
I know.
like in 3 days, it's just going to be done.
Yes.
Right. Now, how much is it going to cost? And can I just say, like, you know, as a friend, like, does it even matter? Does it even matter? Because once you've got this skill, this is the number one skill that you need for offer creation, service creation, wealth creation. And it's the number one skill for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Now, have you ever invested in a program where, you know, they give you, like, you invest a load of money and they're like, don't forget to do the 20,000 video course and read all these books and attend 10,000 years of
PDF downloads.
and then you're going to get the result?
Yeah. Crazy.
This is not that, right? This is not that. This is like, it's like, would it be okay if we just went fast? All that stuff gone. If we just went fast. It's not going to take 9 years. It's not going to take 9 years. We're just going to go fast. Yeah. So would it be okay if I'm going to drop one more bonus, Krista? And I know that I didn't say this to you before. I always say things like this because it's because I'm thinking all the time. Yes, and this system is going to work because we've had, you know, countless people go through the system already. But if you are responding to this video, and depending on where we are in our cycle, if you are one of the first 2 people to put a deposit down and sign up for a call, then we are going, and as I said, Krista, this one's on me. We're actually going to throw in a VIP session.
Okay. Okay. I'm done with that. I'm down with that.
Yeah. VIP session.
I'm cool.
And we have Dr. Mini Gupta, who is our AI and marketing expert. Yes. And I did speak to her before as well. And she is also going to throw in a VIP hour as well. So yes. It's just going to be awesome.
Yes.
With Dr. Mini as well. And we're going to walk you through step by step. We charge our VIP clients packages for our VIP clients go up to $100,000, and we're going to add it in for a bonus for those of the people who act fast, because we really like people who take action, as we said before. And I personally believe that, you know, being rewarded for decision making and taking action is a huge incentive. So we're going to throw in the VIP sessions, no extra cost, as a bonus for the first 2 people that sign up for a session and put the deposit down as well. You're going to make the commitment, do the decision, and put the deposit down. And we're going to go through your offer. We're going to go through the market intelligence. We're going to do all of this with you as well, alongside the 3-day mastermind. And that's for the first 2 people who book and put a deposit down. So I think that's good. I'm good. And as
with
long
the added
as
bonuses, I think we've got everything. Yeah.
So if you know this is for you and you want to take action right now, I think you're probably watching this on a Facebook page or a YouTube page or anything. What we're just going to ask you to do, because I'm not sure when you're watching this, is just put a note in the comments, like me or or contact me, and we will be in touch with you very soon to set up that call. So just put me in the comments below and we will set up that call, and then we can have a conversation with you. And you know, one of the super cool things, if you're thinking about it, you're watching this and thinking about it, we also have a payment partner who, for anyone who needs it and has good credit, we actually have an awesome payment partner. So don't let price be the reason that you don't book in. you can take advantage of the payment partner, and because we just want to work with you and, you know, get you the results, right? And it's all about taking action today. So if this is for you, put a me in the comments below, and we will be in touch with you very soon to set up that conversation, and we can talk through your business and where you are and where you're going. And as I said, this isn't for everybody, but it's perfect for some of you. So put a me in the comments, and we will be in touch very soon. So that's the Offer Accelerator 3-day workshop.
Awesome. I mean, just listening to that, I mean, how many of you have decided to do whatever it takes to change your business today to high ticket right now? It's a game changer this minute.
Yeah.
But there could still be some things that are holding people back. Yeah. Hey, Laura?
Yeah. I mean, you know, and we've sort of touched on every bit, but I know that people, and I talked about the $1 million sales script and having that authentic, pitch for your offer.
Yeah. Remember that time, Laura? I don't mean to cut you off, but I just think this is really important. Remember we had that client that was actually getting a lot of people, because we actually teach people how to get people in the room, and and how they do that is absolutely amazing. And so people going, there was one client of ours that for a whole year was doing masterclasses, and no one was rocking up. They would register, but they wouldn't actually show up. And now they're registering and showing up, but it wasn't able to convert during the masterclass. And I love the way you say it so eloquently what happened when you got on the call. When you got on, and we're not laughing, obviously we're laughing at ourselves because we've been there as well.
I'm laughing at me.
Yeah, but we've been there as well, Laura. So we're lucky that we actually have the
and actually he was doing awesomely. He was running his classes. He was inviting people to the call, people coming to the call. And I was like, cool. I was sort of seeing the stats going, well, that's cool. He's got his offer, you know, blah. And he kept coming back, didn't he? He kept coming back saying, I haven't closed, I haven't sold it, I haven't been able to get anyone like to put deposit down and make the investment. And I was like, okay. And anyway, I was like, get the stats. And anyway, eventually I was like, okay, so pitch to me. Pretend I'm your client. Pitch to me. Yeah. Let me see what you're doing. Let me see what you're, you know.
Yes.
And it was like a 45-minute session, or it was meant to be. I think I lasted about 5 minutes. It was a 45-minute session, and within 5 minutes, I wasn't even 5. I'm being generous. Within a few minutes, I realized that instantly I knew what the problem was. And the problem was he was because he'd been told this, by the way. It wasn't that he had been given this strategy by somebody on the internet who was like, this is what you do. He was giving people a 45-minute PowerPoint presentation, which was all about himself.
Yes.
And what he does, right? Which is
I love talking about myself too.
Yeah, I know you were doing this as well when we were, you know. It's cool, but actually people are interested in themselves and what's the result and the value. And he didn't, you know, and to be fair to him, he'd been given this you know, this process,
strategy.
I guess, this process, and it being told that he was going to get results, and it like instantly I was like, well, that's probably not going to get you results, because actually humans want to know all about themselves. So and I think when we sort of first started kicking around with each other, you were doing the same, right, Chrissa? You were like, and you would, and you both of you were doing it from a place of wanting to serve, right? It wasn't I'm going to tell the world how great I am. It was a place to serve. And like, it's just, again, it's having the right system, right?
Exactly. Well, that's what it came down to.
Has sold millions of dollars worth of stuff. It works, right? You don't have to re-engineer it, rethink it. You know, you did 70K in 3 months once
and went on holiday straight away. Like,
Yeah.
and then we met up in Greece. That's how good it was.
Yeah.
We met up in Greece because that's how good it was. But like like, this is my script. I've tailored this one specifically to me. And in our workshop we have your ones. We work together and tailor your one specifically to what it is that you're doing. But it was again
the framework.
Yeah.
That makes me slightly nervous when you say that, Chrissa. Makes me like following the framework. When Chrissa means tailored, she actually means changing your name at the top.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Because, and I'm joking, but I'm not joking here, right? Because why would you change something that sells millions of dollars worth of stuff? Why? Yeah. And your business is going to be different as yours was, Chrissa, but why would you change that? A system that already works, already got the results. You wouldn't. Yeah. So we will help you in the workshop use the $1 million script in a way that is non-salesy and is easy for you to share what you've got to the world, right? And really get people focused, on them and how you can help them. And then they really listen, right? People behave in ways that they want to hear how you're going to get them that result.
Yeah. So it wasn't that I was coming from a place of disservice. For me, it was like, oh my God, I've had this experience and I just want to make sure that you have this incredible experience too, because I've achieved ABC. But I had to make it, but using this framework, this incredible framework that has worked so well online, I realized that, wait a minute, I need to make it about them first. What is it that they're wanting to get? What is their final outcome? Where is their hell and where is their heaven? Where are they trying to reach? Yeah. And then once I became a pro at using this system, it absolutely changed the business, didn't it, Laura? I mean, it was astronomical.
It's like an easy, once you get it, like with all of this, once you have it, once you get it, once you've got the system, it works.
Absolutely. Right. And Laura, but having got that system, what is it that holds people back? I love you do this, what is it that holds people back wanting to move forward?
Well, I guess, we've talked about lots of things that hold people back. And, it's like, I don't know how to do high ticket. Don't know why. Don't feel like, don't know how to do it. Don't want to do this selling and all of that. But and sort of quick pop quiz. Have you ever bought a book or maybe a bit of clothing that you've actually never read or you've never worn? Have you ever done that, Chrissa? Have you ever bought a bit of clothing you never worn?
Should I take you to my closet?
I know, it's awful, isn't it? I've got clothes in my closet, still got the tag. Do you know, I'll tell you this is a true story. I had this dress I bought, I don't know, a while ago. Tags are still on. I love it. It's beautiful. It's a very, very beautifully tailored dress. But I bought it and now I can't fit into it. And I was trying to get my daughter... I was trying to get my daughter to wear it. I was like, this is such a beautiful dress. It still had the tags on. It's been in my wardrobe.
That is gold. Love it.
Now, have you ever, here's another one. Have you ever bought a course or a training on something but you never were able to implement it?
Yes. Oh my God. I remember I bought so many courses, Laura, and then I was when we first met, I was trying to get you to implement it.
Yeah.
Because I had
sending me 3,000 videos. I'm not watching that. Now you're not alone, right? I actually remember like a gazillion years ago, I went to this conference in the US and it was like in Dallas or it was in Atlanta, or it was one or the other. And I was sitting in this 3-day conference and I was like in awe of the people on the stage, right? It was, if you've heard of it, you probably know the guy. It was a Dan Kennedy event. It was actually a Dan Kennedy and Bill Glazer event. That sort of dates it. It was a long time ago. And I was like blown away by all of the, it was actually a 3-day event. I think it was 3 days. And there were all these speakers and they were pitching and selling from the stage. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And I virtually bought everything that was on offer. I bought like setting up your own TV channel online. And I think this could have even been maybe just as YouTube was starting, maybe not quite, you had to have a film crew, you had to have hire the producer. It was like setting up your own TV channel before the luxury of having YouTube was around. I bought copywriting secrets. I bought a course on scaling your business to 250 million. I bought a course on how to scale your business to 250 million. And back then I wasn't even doing a million, but I needed a course on how to scale to 250 million, right? I bought courses on marketing funnels, marketing tactics. I actually bought a course on managing difficult employees.
Yeah.
I remember I loved it. I loved that course. I didn't even have an employee, but I had a course. I didn't even unwrap it, but I loved what I thought. I managing it. I didn't even have an employee. Didn't have one. And when you're like running to the back of the room and for every speaker, and when I flew home, and when I got home, I was like buzzing. And I remember explaining to my partner at the time, I was like, what I needed everything for. And he was like, okay, sounds like you know what you're doing. And like a week later, I was like buzzing. And like 2 weeks later, I was sort of buzzing. And like 3 weeks later, I was totally lost, right? And I remember I was in, this was years ago, I was in Portugal, and I was, it was so contentious because it was, there were marketing systems that were so complex. I had no idea where to start. I had video strategies, all sorts of things, abandoned cart stuff, sales team strategy, all this marketing spiel. And I remember and truth be told, I remember when I'm actually divorced, and I remember my ex like piling it all up, like, you spent all this money kind of thing. And it was like, oh my God, it was devastating, right? That's actually how I felt. Not only did I have a lot of stuff that I didn't need at that time, it's not that it wasn't valuable, I didn't need it at that time. I was just totally overwhelmed, and I just felt really guilty. I felt guilty. I felt guilty for my kids. I felt guilty for my family, and I was focused on the wrong thing. Yeah, I was like playing the slow game, and I was playing the money slow game. I was a slow coach. And the step one in business, if you want to know what step one is, if you're watching this, put me in the chat, right? Step one is simplification, because simple scales and complex fails. And there was nothing simple about what I had created around me, right? And the other thing I didn't have back then was I didn't have sequence either, right? All those, I didn't have the sequence of how you implement. I didn't have the sequence of how you test and scale your offer. And sequence is super important, because you don't want to be spending time building stuff like hugely complicated webinars when you don't know your offer converts. You don't want to be sponsoring Tony Robbins if you don't know your offer converts, right? You don't want to be organizing luxury retreats if you don't know your offer converts. So sequence matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And the fast track, taking fast action, janky action, being in the right rooms with the right people, in the right sequence, following proven systems. That's the fast track. Simple systems and following proven systems.
Yeah.
So as a reminder, if you want to master the art creating your high ticket offer system that is going to captivate, don't do what we did, or if you have it's having that high ticket offer system that's going to make the big change. So
basically, we're here to so that you don't go through that. It's to
yeah,
save all that heartache. Yeah.
yeah, it's like to fast track your stuff. So if you want to get that high ticket offer system, the sleazy, salesy, marketing bro stuff, or all that overwhelm that we had, or to relieve the overwhelm. If I'm sure lots of people who are watching this, they've already been down some of that road as well. And you want to have that elegant, irresistible high ticket offer with the authentic, non-salesy pitch and the sequence to scale your business, your offer, in a way that it's going to be right for you, and so that you can accelerate your path to financial freedom. Just put me in the chat, and we will in the comments in the chat, whatever it is right now, and we will get in touch to have a conversation with you, so we can find out about your business and where you are and what you're doing, so that we can really accelerate everything for you.
Yeah. And it'll be fun.
And it will be fun.
And it will be heaps of fun. So let's keep this energy high. Let's keep this going. Like, how many of you, and I want you to be honest, everyone watching this, like, love everything that we've heard today. I mean, it changed my life learning this system, and we obviously want to make it easier for you to get from A to B. And so if you want to, like, we're going to show you how, and I want to show you what the few things that took me from flatline to multiple figures in less than a year. Well, actually, I told you before, in just 3 months. So, but but there are so many different factors, and a lot of people feel that way because they've been culturally trained to see selling as a disservice. I mean, who here has felt like that? And how many of you have seen movies where the entrepreneur is the villain? I mean, how many Hollywood movies out there? And I don't know what it is with the producers. I think they need to go see their therapist, because everyone who's a bazillionaire, millionaire, lives in some big penthouse is a baddie.
Yeah, they are.
Is a baddie. like what are we being culturally conditioned to think here? You know, we're made to feel that selling is a bad thing, but really selling when done right, it actually changes lives. It actually changes lives. And I mean, like, who here has been sold a car, a house, just something of value, a spectacular dress even? And how did you feel about the person that was selling it to you? Because at the end of the day, they are a salesperson. How did you feel?
Awesome.
You felt awesome.
Yeah.
You felt absolutely awesome. So this is, so when you have a service for somebody else, because like our mentor says, somebody out there needs what you alone has to offer. You need to stop being selfish, because you have a moral obligation to sell it. And for the religious people out there, in the Bible, it says, he who holdeth corn is a baddie, something like that. And he who sells it is a good person, something like that. But you get the drift, yeah? So whatever message you have within you, you have a moral obligation to sell it when you know that you are actually going to help someone. Yeah,
100%.
I want to also take it one step further, and I don't know if who here has heard about the law of resonance? Now, this is my favorite law. We've most likely heard of law of attraction. My favorite is the law of resonance, because in life we don't attract what it is that we want. We attract what we are. We don't attract what we want. We attract what we are. And now there are 3 types of people in the marketplace. And I learned this, and we've spoken about him quite extensively in this live. But Myron Golden, who we absolutely love, came up with 3 types of people. Now, these are made up words. And the first one being freeple people. Freeple people. Now, these are people, and if you're an online coach or consultant, I am sure that you have been exposed to these type of people. And I was one myself, and maybe you have been too. I don't know. I'm not judging. That's okay. Freeple people want everything for free. Everything for free. And when I first started, it was like, oh my God, they're going to give me a free PDF download. Oh my God, I'm going to get this for free. I was like, free, download. And I never opened my downloads folder. everything I would download for free would remained in my downloads folder. Laura, you've been there, yeah?
I'm like cringing slightly, if I'm honest, because we all do it, right? We all do it.
Yeah,
I've got like truckloads of it. Yeah.
Yes. And the thing is that these people wonder at the end of the day why it is that they never ever make much money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because if you want everything for free, then people will only expect free from you. Cheaper people. Freeple people. Now, the next type of person is called cheaple people. I mean, aren't these words just so funny? Cheaple people. Cheaple people. It sounds like a chip, actually, like a packet of chips. Cheaple people. But but these type of people, they spend a little, but they don't spend much. Now, I've been this person too, and I'm not here. I'm not, saying anything about anybody, in this category. A lot of people the majority actually are in this category, cheaper people. And this is where they spend a little bit, but not that much. And they have this firm belief within them where if they can't afford it, then nobody else can afford it. Has that lie gone through your head? And they will continue believing that lie. If I can't afford it, then you can't afford it. If I can't afford it, you can't afford it. And that will never, ever change. But if you are unwilling to pay high ticket for something, then no one will be willing to pay high ticket from you. Yeah?
It's so true. It's so true.
That is so true. And now the most important one, and the one I love the best, and the person that I have become, is a preple person. Preple people. Now, these are people, and it's very obvious, these are premium people. These are people that understand money. They've got a brilliant money mindset. They may have come from it, or they understand money. Yeah. They understand the value of investing. Because at the end of the day, when you're buying a high ticket product, you're not investing in us, you are investing in yourself.
Yeah.
To get you from A to B much quicker. I mean, who here remembers thinking to themselves, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work? Now, what we like to say is, what if it does?
What if it does? Yeah.
What if it does? Now, the good news here is that if you give yourself a round of applause because you've made it this far, and we're nearly wrapping up here, and you will get the income you deserve, because I have this incredible motto, because I have faced great adversity. My life began when they told me it was over. But now I'd love to stress to you, do not wait to be ready. Don't wait for anybody to come over to, knight you with a sword, or it's someone to tell you, listen, you're ready now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Do it now. Like, do it now. And now we love to over-deliver, don't we, Laura? We absolutely love. We do love to over-deliver. So I'm going to take it one step further, and I speak from experience.
Now, I've got no idea what you're going to say, Chrissa, but I'm just nodding. We definitely do love to over-deliver.
Yes, we do, Laura. We absolutely do.
Yeah.
Well, the greatest expense in your life is what? We like to say taxes, because
I always like to say teenagers, but probably my taxes.
That's awesome. Yes. Well, I've got
feels like my teenagers, but I'm sure it's the tax man. 100%.
Yes. Well, he takes 51% of what we take in. Yeah. So we need to concentrate on the other 49 instead of complaining about that 51%. Let's try and make that 49% even bigger. And so I'd like to play a game here. Laura, let's pretend that you know how to bake a cake. Yeah?
Okay.
And you've got this.
How to bake a cake.
Yes.
I do cook, for the record. I just don't bake cakes, but go on. I know I can.
So you're going to bake me a cake. And now, if you're such an incredible chef,
yes,
and you're gonna teach me how to make this cake.
Okay.
Yeah? So you're going to provide for me a system. I'm going to follow your recipe to make this incredible cake.
Actually, it's actually my daughter's.
She's there you go. Yes. Well, she is an amazing cook. So yeah.
And then I'm just borrowing her recipe.
Yes. Well,
I'm going to do it, so if I'm
well,
honest.
that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome that you've said that, Laura, because that's a proven system from somebody else that we are now utilizing. Am I able? So does that mean if I follow this recipe step by step, could I get similar results to you?
If you definitely follow Rose's recipes, you will definitely get awesome cakes. She is awesome at cakes. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura. Thank you for playing this game. Thank you. It was a very short game.
Good.
So the same applies in business, in a business system.
Okay. Yeah.
So what we're basically saying is if one intelligent human being, and I believe that I'm very intelligent, can teach another intelligent human being how to follow a recipe that works, the person who's going to be taught can get the same or similar or very similar result. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Absolutely. Following a system that works.
Follow the system. So if again, as it's awesome that you're still watching this, and I'm really excited that I'm not going to say I'm excited, but I'm really excited for you. And if this is the first time you've come across high ticket offers, I'm like excited and rubbing my hands quickly. If you're already doing high tickets in a way and you want to do your next high ticket offer, awesome, can't wait to meet you. So if you want to master the art of creating high ticket offers that captivate and convert premium clients, and without that, all that sleazy, salesy selling that doesn't work, everyone hates, and you want to be able to scale your business in a sequence, a proven sequence using the high ticket offer system, then just put like me in a chat. We're going to get in touch with you. We'll come back to you, set up a consultation, and we can chat about you and your business and get you into the high ticket offer, the offer accelerator workshop. Because otherwise it's like, how much time are you going to spend kind of trying to work it out on your own?
Well, what do we always say? Like, if not now, then when? If you're constantly going to chase perfection, when's it going to come? If not now, then when?
Actually, it reminds me of a book called Think and Grow Rich, which you may or may not have heard of. And there's like this short story in that book by a guy called W. Clement Stone. And you don't have to read the book. He was like this sort of self-made billionaire. He was like a billionaire in the old days. So he was like a full-on, like real self-made billionaire. And he attributed his success to one phrase. You want to know what that phrase was?
What?
It was like 3 words, right? And he made himself say that phrase 100 times a day. 100 times a day. In fact, he said it before he between his apartment, he'd get in the elevator or the lift, we say in the UK, between getting in the lift down to the ground floor, he would say this phrase 100 times. And what he said was, do it now. Do it now, do it now, do it now. And he made everyone that worked for him say, do it now. Why? Because he understood the number one enemy of success. It's like, it's not a lack of opportunities. It's not a lack of people. It's not a lack of network or where how you were raised, where you were born. The number one enemy of success is delay. It's delay. And Napoleon Hill said, successful people make decisions quickly, and unsuccessful people, they make decisions slowly. So if you're watching this today and you want to be honest with yourself, then maybe you've procrastinated on some stuff, right? We all have. Maybe you're stuck in a pattern of delay. Maybe you're thinking, yeah, I'll get to this later. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow after I've done X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. And if you recognize that in yourself, you might be overcome with that overwhelm. We've been talking about it today, Chrissa. You can actually start moving and getting some momentum by just saying, do it now. Say it out loud, do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. Because why? Because this is about your purpose. This is about your potential, your success, your legacy. This is what we've been talking about. Your high ticket offer system is the vehicle for you to, you know, really have the business of your dreams, build the business, serve the amazing clients that you want to work with, and really give value in the world and reach your income targets the fastest. So we would say, do it now.
Awesome.
And we'll see you really soon. And yeah, just put me in the chat. We'll get in touch with you, and I look forward to speaking with you really soon.
Yeah, you guys